Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Another video today. A lot of people might have known this already because it happened about 7 hours ago, give or take. But we all know about Jordan Peterson being suspended from Twitter over the whole Elliot Page thing, and I'll be showing you guys exactly what's going on and to do to Elliot Page and all this other crap that's been going on over there, and kind of show you exactly what everything's being breaking down to. There's also been another person that seems to have been suspended as well, and we're going to go straight into the article here, showing exactly who that is. And it says, breaking, Dave Rubin suspended from Twitter after defending Jordan Peterson. Dave Rubin has been suspended from Twitter after the podcaster and commentator defended Jordan Peterson, who had previously been suspended. Since my life's work has already been about exposing and destroying the woke agenda, I shall now add exposing and destroying Twitter to my resume. Stay tuned, Rubin told the Post Millennial. Twitter claimed that Rubin had violated the rules against hateful content. His tweet read, "The sadly continues at Twitter. Jordan Peterson has been suspended for his tweet about Ellen Page. He just told me he will never delete the tweet," Rubin then report, paging Elon Musk, Twitter's new owner. Now we'll go directly to here, exactly saying exactly what Rubin said here. So this is what Rubin said, and we all see this here onto where he's actually saying he didn't. He is reporting onto what he actually said and what he's done, and of course Twitter is going to decide what is right and what is wrong when it comes down to saying things, and it has nothing to do with actual malice or anything to do with hating people. But of course, they'll only ban people that are any side of the right or conservative, because they don't want people, they're thinking differently. So this is the insanity that's going to happen. I can't wait till what's his face, Elon Musk gets into order here, so he can really rectify this stuff. Because I think once this happens, this will fix a lot of the problems that's happening on Twitter, and it will really be a strong battle against us going forward. Of course, there's a lot of mayhem and fear going on, being distributed by the politicians, by the way, that is doing stuff like this. And that's essentially what they have said. And then he's made this statement here to where, "I have been suspended by Twitter for posting a screenshot of Jordan Peterson's tweet, which got himself suspended. While it is unclear how I broke their terms of service, it is clear that they are breaking their fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders by letting a bunch of woke activists run their company. I hope Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter goes through so he can blow up their servers and humanity and move past their pervasive, twisted, self-imposed mental institution. In the meantime, you can find me at the Rubin Report Locals, is a platform I created to fight big tech censorship, something we need more than ever." I agree. I don't like Twitter because of the way they handle things and the way they do things in current modern day. I honestly think Twitter is a hellhole, and it should never be endorsed. I am happy that Elon Musk bought it, but at the same time, you're going to have to remove a lot of these people that are causing immense amount of hate on Twitter. And it's actually just the far left. Because the far left have gone on and done crazy things to people, doxed people, caused threats, and all this stuff, and they're the cause of it. They want to say they're like the kind and loving people, right? But in reality, they're really the most vicious, vile type of people known imaginable. And again, I notice how I'm not saying Democrats either, because I don't think there is a certain level of Democrat to where I think you are, and then there is a Democrat to where you're just become the far left. Because I think normal, rational Democrats, or probably even liberals for that matter, are just normal people that think differently and have different ways of thinking. And we can come together and discuss our issues or our opinions without wanting to rip each other's throats out, right? Well, in this case, there's those Democrats, and then you have the Democrats which reach so far to the left that they don't actually rectify on any people on the actual same part of the Democrats, or even on people on the other side, because they're so batshit insane that nobody wants to actually listen to them, because they're insane. And that's what the far left Democrats are. That's the reason why I rather prefer calling them far left Democrats because they're that level. They're a Democrat, obviously, but they're so far left that this is insanity. So I don't really see like a correlation with this. And these are the far left people that we have to deal with, and we have to eradicate personally. Not by killing them or whatever, but obviously by removing them from what's causing so much hatred. You can't just sprout so much hatred and vitriol and violence and be allowed to do it. That's the reason why the federal government needs to come in and stop these type of people. I'll continue. In the post flagged by Twitter, Rubin offered a defense of Jordan Peterson after he was suspended for tweeting about actor Elliot Page using that actor's name prior to Page undergoing gender transition. I've been suspended by Twitter for posting a screenshot of Jordan Peterson's tweet, which got himself suspended. Rubin wrote in a statement. He went on to say that while he was not sure how he broke Twitter's rules, it is clear that they are breaking their fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders by letting a bunch of woke operatives run the company. And all this other stuff that he just said. Rubin added that during the time he's suspended, people can still find his content via locals. Peterson's tweet was flagged after he posted that after Elliot Page, who previously went by Ellen Page and presented as a woman, had undergone a voluntary double mastectomy in an effort to ease gender dysphoria. Peterson said that the doctor who performed the surgery was a criminal physician. Twitter considers it hateful content to say that the name of a person went by prior to undergoing gender transition or to use pronouns that are not used by a person's prefers. Activists refer to this as dead naming. And we're going to go to here and watch all these locusts. Wow. Okay, well, they might as well be locusts because they're like a hive mind of actual locusts. So, I mean, not really too far off. These far left individuals who are being absolutely batshit insane. I don't even know what dead naming is, okay? Okay, I didn't know what dead naming was until literally today. Literally today I learned what dead naming was, and I still don't think that's an actual thing. Because to write something on who a person was in the past, you cannot get rid of the past, because by getting rid of the past means it means you will be suffered to repeat it over and over again. You cannot be doing this type of stuff. And people are going on to say, deeply funny to get mad at Elliot Page for acting under his preferred name when almost every single actor uses a persona for their stage name and no one cares. Yeah, see, this person's a little bit more rational here. Wish everyone dead naming Elliot Page is this morning a very choke on a big choke bag of dicks and die and go to hell. Okay, another act of, being very violent and being, a piece of shit. Mick Foley was in the Royal Rumble 3 times in one night with 3 different names, and we all called him by each different name every time he came back out. You can call Elliot Page by his fucking name. Okay, so, again, insanity. Elliot Page cleansed Twitter of discussing regressive homophobes Jordan Peterson and Dave Rubin without saying a word. That's totally badass. Do Charlie and Ben Shapiro next. Okay, again, I'm really glad that people are showing support for Elliot Page, but can you all please stop saying preferred name pronouns? Take the word preferred out. It's just his name pronouns. Preferred name pronouns implies that it's an optional thing to say and not mandatory. It is. It's not mandatory. It is 100% not mandatory at all, period. We are not going to be forced to say what you people want us to say. We can do it out of respect, but we're not going to be forced onto what you want us to say. You people are actually just mentally ill, and that's all there is to it. If you could handle the change from Lil Alexander to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and the change from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, both after they were already public figures, you can handle the change from Elliot Page to Elliot Page. I promise you'll be okay. It doesn't actually affect you. Okay, again, that is not, but the thing is, nobody was forced to say that. That's the difference. You are trying to force people to say things, and that's your actual problem. So, again, these are what the far left people are doing. These are people that are honestly insane. So, again, people want to come out and say that this is not an actual thing or whatever or what have you. This is the type of stuff that I actively want to fight back against. I want society to be more back on a normal page of things, and I know what Drexel will say is that, like, okay, well, there's a lot of things going on, well, there's no way of getting society back on a page or whatever. I may agree with that in terms of maybe for specifically for, I would say for maybe for the dating thing, yeah, that's not probably not going to change at all. Or how women act, that's not going to change at all. But I honestly think if we can try to fight harder and go against more of these things, we can do it. Exactly what Drexel said on Nick's show recently is that if more people came out and stopped watching Disney, stopped supporting these woke things, stopped doing all this stuff, then a lot of these companies will go belly under. They would be forced to change what they do, or they would go out of business, right? So again, this is something that rings true for a lot of things. The thing is, I also think there's a lot of people that stay out of politics. I know quite a few friends that stay out of politics, and their thinking is actually similar to mine, and they don't really address their politics or anything at all. They'll comment on some of the things but they don't necessarily go into politics. They even disagree with me on things, and that's completely fine, and that's what should be the normal case, right? But here we have people being batshit insane, not going to the normal type of deal to where it is, and this is the reality that we face. And again, the whole point of this channel is to fix this type of stuff and move on to a better society. Maybe the society won't be amazing because, the world is really just actual garbage and dark if we really want to get onto it. But to actually do some type of change. We can't just sit here and wait for it to fall, right? If we wait for it to fall, we're also part of the problem. If we at least try to fight back in some type of way and fix things here and there, I think that's the great way. And I think more people are rational. Now, when it comes to dating and stuff like that, well, that's a different story and a different concept altogether. We have to tackle things one by one at a time. And as we do it, we can potentially change society and culture and see how things happen. We need to wake more people up, and I think people are being woken up. And I think this is our duty as people to fix this problem. At least that's my opinion. Alright guys, that's it for my video. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.